Okay.
Now, if I were to ask you what is the busiest room in the house, what would you say?
Definitely the room that we're in right now, the kitchen.
Agreed. You throw a party for 40 people, 38 of them are in the kitchen at any given time. So you do want to have the best kitchen possible.
And you know who's got a great kitchen and invited us in to see it? Nora Murphy of NoraMurphyCountryhouse.com. Take a look. Nora Murphy of NoraMurphyCountryhouse.com. Hey, we're in your kitchen today. I'm very excited about this because
welcome.
This is where people spend the most amount of time, and people are fascinated by kitchens.
They love kitchens, and this is probably our most important room in the house.
It really is. So you're going to give us a tour today of just different elements of your kitchen, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, it's called the hub.
The hub. All right, so where do we begin?
I want to start with what we gather around in the hub is this big island, and what's really cool about it is that these were floorboards from our old 19th century barn.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
So I like that it's, you know, it's scraped and sanded, so it's all messed up, and that's kind of a good thing.
So it's not perfect, and I guess that's the key here is that It doesn't have to be perfect.
Exactly. It's well worn, well loved, and
it's pretty big. No.
Yes, it is. It's like 8 feet by 4 feet. And if you notice too, Scott, we don't have cabinets on the walls in this part of the kitchen. So a lot of cabinetry has to do a lot of work down below.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you've actually got all your cabinets hidden underneath, which I love.
Yes, and they're all organized. Like some have all metal and baking, some are all glass and mixing bowls and ceramics. So everything has kind of an organized, chaotic presence.
While the lighting fixtures in the kitchen look old, they're actually newer reproduction pieces, including the one above the island.
This is very unique.
This is a wonderful reproduction piece. It's all just a barn red painted metal chandelier from Richard Schofield here in Connecticut. And I really felt like the scale was important. Like, what are you going to put for lighting above something as big as this island?
Right, you need a big light.
A big light. And then we have the down lights as well that really help us for task lighting, where this has a wonderful ambiance in the evening.
Those lights highlight the plants that Nora has strategically placed throughout the kitchen.
Plants.
Plants. Well, you know I love my plants. Mm-hmm. And definitely culinary plants in the kitchen I think are really important. This is a really pretty rosemary that I received as a gift. And I have bay plants. Those guys are like over 10, 12 years old. I bought them when they were like a foot high and like one little sprig. And they live indoors now, flanking that door. And in the spring, when it gets warm, they'll be on the other side of the door outside.
Right next to the rosemary plant, Nora's collection of cutting boards.
Cutting boards, they're all used for different things. I have this with the little mezzaluna. This is great for chopping herbs. We've got boards for serving cheese, for rolling out dough. This one is a great cheese board. We end up kind of collecting some really unique vintage pieces that we kind of have this whole wood story going on, but I love the patina, and again, everything is useful.
Next, we move to this open cabinet filled with Nora's collection of dishware.
I love this idea, Nora. There's no doors on the cabinets, and you can just see your wonderful dishware.
Well, it's all about form, isn't it, when you look at this? It's an old Pennsylvania, pantry shelf that I found at Brimfield, and I've been collecting all these dishes. Now, these are all dishes from Home Goods and TJ Maxx, Marshalls.
And I thought it was Jaliska.
No, yeah, I know, and they're just really pretty pieces. I just pay attention to details, shape, different uses.
From one open cabinet to a closed cabinet that serves as Nora's pantry.
Nora, gorgeous piece right here, and this is very functional as well.
It really is. I think this is probably my most beloved antique piece in the whole house, and it's very special. It has sentimental value as well, so it's really wonderful. All original. This, in all the different places we've lived, has been a coat closet, a TV, entertainment unit, a toy chest, and now it's our pantry. And I cleaned it up for you guys.
It looks beautiful.
So I wouldn't be so embarrassed about how we use this, because we really use this. Top shelf, again, my hodgepodge of organization. It's all oils and vinegars. Then this is my baking shelf. And then here we have our carbs. It's all our flour and rice and our pastas. This shelf below is all the canned and jarred goods. And on the very bottom, it's kind of like we're really in the country with our baskets of onions, garlic, and potatoes, and then stuck in the back are some chips and candy.
Where are Nora's spices and this beautiful spice rack that's so well organized?
Love the spice rack, and I love the penmanship on the labels. I thought that was store-bought, but apparently you did that yourself.
Yeah, when you look closely, it's well-loved, well-loved, well-used spices. You know, a few years ago, I was really embarrassed about my rack because it was just a hodgepodge of all kinds of spices from the grocery store. And seeing that this is so featured, you know, when you come into this room, I thought that, Nora, you got to really clean up your act. So I went to Penzies in Norwalk, and we loved their spices. We've loved them for years. And we ended up also buying their jars.
And they're for sale for anyone.
Yes. And then you get labels also with it. And that way you can really reuse these over and over again.
Nora's fridge is tucked away in an old closet on the way to the mudroom.
And then this is a great little room, and it's a little mud room that we have here. It's like a secondary sink. It's great for cleanup, but it's also great for arranging flowers.
Just outside the mudroom, I noticed this collection of aprons.
We had this old rack that the former owner had left here, and what a perfect place for an apron collection. And what's great about this for Thanksgiving, Easter, when we have really a big family get-together, whoever wants to, grab an apron and pitch right in. Roll up your sleeves.
What a beautiful kitchen.
She does such a nice job, yeah.
If you'd like more inspiration and ideas for your kitchen, head to Nora's website.
That is NoraMurphyCountryHouse.com. You'll find a kitchen issue with more great ideas that you can incorporate into your home.
Speaking of kitchens, in a little bit, we're going to be